TripleG. Brace yourself for the things you'll see. From comic books to toys and more. And all cartoons that we adore. Pop culture flicks and geeky stuff. We love it all and can't get enough. So settle in and enjoy the show. Please hit like and subscribe before you go.
Jesus Christ. How's it hanging, YouTube? It is Peter here, your Ginger Geordie Geek. Welcome back to the channel. I thought James joined me there for a second, Sorrel, when you had that mask on. It's good to see you all. We've got a friggin' packed show tonight, and I know Ephraim starts to weaken after about the 3-hour mark, so we need to try and get that done quickly, so we shall rattle through. But as ever, I'm joined by my good pals. We've got Ephraim and we've got Super Sorrel. Always good to see you guys. Mr. Keegan is off on his jolly bobs. He's in London seeing Hercules. So we've got arguably improvement. We've got Simon, comic lad saying, how are you, Simon? Well, I haven't seen you for a little while.
I'm really good, Pete. How are you?
Not bad. Simon, I am going to have to push you on your trademark wave. Can you say hello properly to me?
Hello.
There he is. Nice to see you, Simon. Are you well, bud? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm really good, yeah.
Good. So, Simon, you've not been on this show before. This is a new branded show, so there's lots to get through tonight. But we've got some toy talk later on that you've kindly sent some slides through. And I'm really pleased that you've brought to the table something that's been missing from the show, some much-needed gaming talk. So you're going to talk to a little bit about games. We've missed that. We've missed that. James fannied on and fluffed around it. But it is nice that we're going to have some intelligent conversation.
Please don't tell me it's Resident Evil. Please don't tell me it's Resident Evil. Please don't tell me it's Resident Evil.
It's not far off. It's not far off. But, Ephraim, how are you, mate? Are you well?
I am doing well, and it's awesome having Simon with us. It's been months since I've actually talked to him, at least, so it's always good to see his happy, smiling face.
Good stuff.
Thank you,
stuff.
Ephraim.
And Sorrel, how are you? Are you still basking in the glory of being a 100,000 subscriber man?
Yeah, man, exactly. I've got my plaque will be arriving next week. I'm well excited.
Are you just going to carry it with you everywhere?
Hold it every episode. I'm just sit like this, just hold it there. Every time I lose the quiz, I'm just going to point at it.
Let's see who we've got in the chat, guys. We have got Sifo Darkman. He's got snacks at the ready. Good to see you, bud. We've got Arrow Fire. Nice to see you, bud. I hope you are doing well. Stephen, always good to see you. He's got a cuppa and some Jaffa cakes. Jaffa cakes, guys. Slight diversion. How do we eat a Jaffa cake? Because I like to
Full it, half it, full moon,
What?
total eclipse.
What? Say that again.
Full moon, half moon, total eclipse. Do you not remember the advert from the 90s?
Oh no.
It was an
See,
advert in the 90s.
I take the orange kind of jelly off and eat that separately. Let that dissolve in my tongue. Ephraim, do you know what a Jaffa cake is?
I was about to say, for people from the United States, what the heck are you guys talking about?
It's a cake biscuit thing with a layer of
like
delicious
orange tang. Orange tang. Yeah.
Let me get my phone so I can Google it.
We've got Ash. Nice to see.
People whether it's a cake or a biscuit. I mean,
It's a
Brits
cake.
argue about that for ages. Don't we?
It's a cake.
Literally got it on the
It's in
box.
the title, isn't it? Yeah. We've got Fuzzy of the Dunlop, the biggest return since the Jedi tried it. It's Simon, Spazzy Wave. Oh, am I allowed to say that word? Waves ready, everyone. Good stuff. Good stuff. We've done it for you, Fuzzy. We've done the waves. We've got Samurai Media, Mainframe Global. Good to see you. Good afternoon, sir. Even all from Stephen. Hope you're well. We've got good old Batman. Hey up, me ducks. Oh, you see, even when he's on holiday, he's got to be here to see you. Nice to see you, Mr. Keegan. Hope Hercules was good. Let me know in the chat, guys. Did you enjoy Hercules? The pictures looked very good. And I have to say, guys, I'm going to say this to you as well, Sorrel. Mr. Keegan said that's correct. That, for all American viewers, that's a Jaffa Keegan. Yeah, so just for James was sending us some pictures of his weekend away naked, obviously. He's lost a lot of weight. He's looking very, very trim and good at the moment. And Sorrel, you've lost a lot of weight as well, so you're looking good, mate. I'm still fat. Anyway, We've got Terry, have a nice Merlot. I'm happy, good evening. Terry's put a cracking video. You'd like it, Efren, check it out. All about Star Trek pocketbooks. So please go check that out on his channel. Some really beautiful painted covers. Really, really nice. Insert friendly greeting here. Thank you very much, Andrew. Good to see you, bud. We've got Joshy Boy. Always good to see you, mate. And James. Sorrel, if you lose the quiz to Simon, you should go into hiding. Simon, we want to see your bed covers as you're a Team U James Keegan tonight. Absolutely. Have you kicked James out? We've tried many a time, Dan. Many a time. Sorrow would lose to a paper bag in the quiz. It's true. Anton, good to see you, bud. No spaghetti tonight, he's saying. Arrowfire saying good evening. I'm going to be on Arrowfire's channel in a couple of weeks' time on a Saturday. Let me know in the comments, Arrowfire, when that is. It's not this Saturday, it's next Saturday, I think. Talk on all things Transformers. So really looking forward to that. Sorrow with a mask looks more like James than James looks. Can't wait for Simon's slide. I'm surprised Simon agreed to it considering he was unceremoniously dumped off the last show. Hashtag justice for Simon. It's very true. It's very true. We removed him. Feels like you already do, to be fair. Sorrel's 100k sign will be like Peter's car. He's always got to get a dig in. Cat Slayer, always in the background to be used to prop things up.
Oh, 100%.
Fuzzy eats two Jaffa cakes at a time.
We need to do a crossover at some point, and he's bring the 100k sign to the Cat's Lair.
Put it on the Cat's Lair.
Yeah.
It would look good. It would look good. Fuzzy eats 2 Jaffa cakes at a time. Andrew quotes the ad every time he eats a Jaffa cake. It's definitely cake. Definitely cake. Definitely half moon to total eclipse. Listening whilst I'm hosting my stream here. Good stuff. Thank you, Samurai. Thank you, Samurai, mate. 4th of October, that's when I'm on. Good stuff. Looking forward to that, bud. Looking forward to it. Okie dokie. Right, chaps. We've got shitloads to get through, so let's crack straight on. Lots of good news and interesting stuff tonight. Let's start with some pop culture prattle and news. Ooh, this has got us excited. I'm a bit of a fan of Pacific Rim. Are you all familiar with Pacific Rim?
Yep.
The movie, right?
Yeah.
Geek,
big robots fighting monsters in the sea.
2 movies and an anime.
Yeah, the anime is not bad, actually, is it?
Yeah.
I quite like the anime. This is the news that apparently, and I'm taking it with a bit of a pinch of salt at the moment until we've seen something 100% confirmed, but Prime Video are going to do a prequel series of Pacific Rim. I'm all for more in that. Jesus Christ, Wayne. I'm not putting that up on screen, Wayne. I'm quite excited for this. Any of you guys interested in Pacific Rim?
Yeah, it's one of my faves.
Yep, definitely. Love the movie when it came out.
I don't understand why it didn't do better. I mean, the second one's a little bit rough, but it's great big robots fighting kaiju-sized monsters and stuff. I would have thought, based on the success of the god-awful, Monsterverse Godzilla movies, I would have thought people would have been all over this.
I believe overseas it's a lot bigger than what it is over here. I think in Asian markets it's more perceived. That's why they did the anime and stuff. But yeah, it's an alright film. I won't say it's my favourite, but it's okay. It's a good film.
I didn't know there was a second one.
Yeah, the second one, yeah.
Yeah, it's got Clint Eastwood's son in it. He's playing one of the main guys in it, I think, from memory. It's not bad. It's not horrendous, but it's not as good as the first.
The storyline's a bit far-fetched than the first one. That's all. Yeah. So
Wayne saying it's better than King Kong versus Godzilla. I would agree with that. There's a large gypsy danger on the floor. Says I can't wait for this. Yeah. Oh, we've got MJ Comics. Nice to see you, bud. Hope you're well. So He-Man. Bit of a sneak image at the top there of a new He-Man movie. Got us rather excited because we've heard nothing about Battle Cat being in this film until we've seen this leaked image. I cannot wait for this. Are you guys excited for the Masters of the Universe film? And bear in mind, if you say no, I have to remove you from the screen.
Peter, you're one of my best friends, but nope, I'm not interested in this at all. I imagine you're going to be the first one in line. So.
Efren, you've got... It's a man in a loincloth. I thought that would be right up your street. No?
You know what? I'm going to watch it for you. I'm going to give an honest review then after that.
I've heard they play baseball in it, Efren. Will that tempt you? Will you go and see it?
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to watch it because of you. I take it back. I am going to watch it just to give you my review of it. So,
Good stuff. Fuzzy, nice big picks. Thank you very much. That's what they all say. Then we've got Efren. You've asked to talk about this. Netflix is reportedly eyeing up a bid to acquire Warner Brothers.
Yeah, I always find this stuff online. So I said, Peter, I'm going to be sending you this stuff every now and then. These are just rumors. I mean, it's just amazing what Netflix has done. I mean, I remember when Netflix first came out, it was just DVDs, basically. You know, we just ordered DVDs from them just to rental, and how they've grown exponentially. If this is true, I mean, man, they're going to be a big. They already are, you know, but they're going to be a bigger player in cinematic movies and TV shows. It's crazy if this goes through.
Do you think this will happen, the rest of you?
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. I could see it happening.
Disney bought Fox, so why not?
Yeah, it's just getting
massive, so basically the bidding for Warner Brothers from Discovery, from the looks of things. So yeah, they could do it. I mean, I think Paramount are trying to acquisition for it as well. So if it's up for sale, I mean, I could see Netflix having enough money to buy it. That would then mean they own the rights to Wednesday and Addams Family completely. Yeah. They would also own the rights to a lot of the Superman style stuff, I think, or the distribution rights at least. So I mean, there's a lot of stuff. There would the Conjuring, the entire Conjuring franchise would be theirs then.
Does this include comic books? You guys know? Do you guys think this includes comic books too, or just?
It would be the distribution rights for the movie. Because DC make the movies. It would be the releases, so that Netflix may be able to show the movies quicker after they've been to cinemas. You know, like they're doing the Frankenstein movie, and then they're going to show it on like a month's time later. They'll be able to do stuff like that, where they get the exclusive rights to show the movies.
I mean, it could be massive. It's just, you know, I mean, like some of the guys are saying in the chat here, Disney's bought Fox, Amazon bought MGM. It's likely Warner Brothers are going somewhere, but surprised Apple aren't in the shop. Yeah, that's interesting. Warner Brothers owns DC, absolutely does.
Includes DC. Wow.
DC and Warner Brothers games. It's the whole thing that's up for sale. Gee, gods.
Warner Brothers owns DC, so like Netflix has always been paying licensing for the animated series.
The owner's the richest guy in the world. They're buying everything. And Fuzzy's saying they want to buy everything. It's a complete takeover. It's just incredible, isn't it? And the money involved in these things is just obscene. Absolutely obscene.
Warner Brothers own the rights to The Conjuring. There's been rumors for a Conjuring TV series for a long time. They already make a killing out of Tim Burton's Wednesday. I could see them buying it just to get the licensing rights for all these things without having to pay a fee every year. So, I mean, they would completely own and be able to do what they want with all of MGM old stuff, Warner Brothers stuff. It comes with a lot of licenses attached. A lot of stuff. Yeah,
and like Andrew says, Warner Brothers are in a wee bit of debt at the moment, so they are looking to shift stuff, I guess.
So Warner Brothers Studios and Netflix Studios down in London are quite next to each other, so it makes sense for Netflix to buy. So,
wait, Netflix has a studio in London?
Yeah.
Oh wow! But they're based in the United States, though, right?
Yeah. But they still have an office in London because obviously we make films over here as well.
Gotcha.
This is it. You know, when you talk on these numbers, it's just obscene.
Yeah.
It was $450 billion.
To who?
Trump, probably. I don't know. But the numbers are just hard to. At what point does it just become a noise? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, 450 billion is just obscene.
I just don't understand how a studio owes that sort of money.
Yeah.
Because each time they make a film, it's basically creating a business and shutting it down, creating a business and shutting it down.
And I suppose, but if that movie tanks and they've put a lot of money, because it's like any film studio, if they put a lot of money into something and it just goes totally the wrong way, then you've lost a shit ton of money, haven't you?
Yeah.
Fuzzy saying the debtors. Technically, you're correct, Fuzzy. You are correct. We can't argue with that. Sorry for not being here, guys. And Mrs. give birth to our son too. Oh, congratulations, Jack. That is fantastic, mate. I've heard Peter is a very nice name. Just saying, if you just want to throw that in the mix. But yeah, hope all is well at your end, Jack. I hope the missus is doing well and the little one is doing well, mate. Congratulations. Superb. RFI shows that all money is just numbers on paper to these companies. Yeah, exactly. It just doesn't. Businesses don't even use their own money. That's what venture capitalists are for. Yeah, it's insane. Absolutely insane. Okay, chaps, moving on. Spider-Man. Bit of Spider-Man news. Everyone wanted to mention the image there where it says Spider-Man's brand new day is a rebirth. But just before we'll come to Efren for that, a bit of news over the last few days that there was a special effects stunt explosion on set and Tom Holland got a minor concussion. As usual, there was lots of drama about it and there was stuff in the press. Oh my God, Tom Holland's dad says he's going to have to take a significant amount of time off to recover. Monday. He's back to filming on Monday. So it's like, okay. So yeah, so he's taken a bang to the noggin, but thankfully he's all right. Efren, what did you want to mention about this, bud?
Just as Tom Holland says, Spider-Man brand new day is a rebirth. I think they're just like the comic books, Peter Parker has to be down in his luck no matter what happens to him. I mean, he was like he owned his own company in the comic books a few years back and they took it all away from him. It's just a typical Spider-Man storyline where he has to be, on his own. So I think that's what he's probably saying. It's going to be a rebirth of him. I wonder how many more movies he's going to be making though, because he's looking a little bit older now to be Spider-Man, to be honest with you.
I think we talked about this a little while. Did we say that? Did we say three Spider-Man films he's signed up to do?
Additional 3 after this one?
I can't. Fuzzy, remind us in the chat. I think Fuzzy might have told her the last time. I think
it was including this one. I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, not including Secret Wars and Doomsday.
Yeah, because I remember I said I thought it was appearances, but I think it was actual Spider-Man solo movies. I think this is a new trilogy of films, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fuzzy's offering to be Godfather. Good of you, Fuzzy. Well done, mate. What does rebirth even mean? Yeah, it's an interesting one. 3 solo films. That's right. So 3 more solo. Sorry, including this one, 3 solo films plus his appearances in Doomsday and whatnot. In the comics, Spidey's in his 30s. Yeah, he absolutely is. Other news is James Gunn put an image of the completed script for the new Superman films coming out. Is it next year? I think it's down to come out or something. Yeah. It's pretty rapidly, isn't it? And interestingly, on the cover of the script is this picture of a skull with a brain, not a human brain. I have to say, it's a weird image, which has led people to automatically say it's Brainiac. He's hinting that Brainiac's going to be in this movie. How do you feel if it is Brainiac? Are you happy to see Brainiac on the screen?
Yeah, I think so.
There's been some cracking stories with Brainiac over the last few years. That image of him there from his relatively recent run was superb. Absolutely superb. So
is it going to be young Brainiac or old Brainiac? Because that's obviously the difference.
Yeah, and I mean, they've developed the character over the years, and he's now kind of one of many. There's multiple Brainiacs, and it's like a genetic thing, I think. But yeah, I'm interested. I liked Lex in the last one, but I'm a bit Lexed and Bizarro'd out. I do want something different. Do you know what I mean? Give us a Superman movie with a new baddie. So yeah, I'd be happy to see Brainiac. The title could mean anything. Absolutely. We've not seen Brainiac before in a movie live action, so I'm all in. I'm the same, Dan. Was it, I'm trying to remember, in Smallville, was it the guy who played Spike in Buffy who played Brainiac for a while? I seem to remember James Marsden or something. I seem to remember him playing Brainiac.
I think Spider. I think Supergirl's coming out next year.
Yeah.
Right?
I think so, yeah.
Superman, maybe. I don't know if they come out the same year, though.
I kind of wait for Supergirl. It looks incredible.
Yeah, James Masters. He was one who played
James Masters, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Man of Tomorrow comic has Parasite, Lobo, and Brainiac as well. Well, it might be linked to that, and be interesting to see Parasite on the big screen. Okay, guys. Have you seen this image of this monster thing?
Is it from Spawn or something?
Okay, guys. What if I told you this is a Batman villain?
It's Joker, isn't it?
It's Joker. This is the Absolute Universe Joker. Now, we don't know the full story yet. So he's already been seen in the Absolute Universe. But in the Absolute, I don't know if you guys are up to speed with the Absolute Universe. There's a lot of kind of grotesque body horror and things like that, particularly with Mr. Freeze and with Killer Croc, Bane, all that kind of stuff. So I think this is going to be like a transformed version of Joker, because we've already seen him as like a businessman type thing, I think. But it looks weird.
Well, the did like a Joker dragon thing in the Dark Universe.
Yeah,
if I remember rightly.
Yeah. I think
they've done something very similar before, haven't they?
Yeah, lots of people in the comments saying Joker. Fuzzy loves it. Cannot wait.
Like a demon Joker, isn't it?
Yeah, the Joker is so bad. Someone's been watching too much anime. That thing is a freaking Joker. Wowzers. Mr. Freeze looked entirely different and it didn't bother me whatsoever. I like that they're taking some risks with these things, guys. I am liking that they're taking some risks. So yeah, it'll be interesting. Then, in the middle, have you all read Deadpool versus Batman?
Not yet.
Yeah, right.
Okay. So I'm going to touch on it later on in the review section, but this is Logo. Yeah, so this is Logo. This is Wolverine and Lobo. He appeared in a couple of panels, a couple of pages, sorry, of the recent crossover. I love this. I loved the Amalgamation universe when they did that a few years back.
So, who's that with the turtles? Is that Iron Man or Deadpool?
With the turtles?
Yeah, the one on the floor.
Oh, sorry, I thought the turtles. I'm not sure. Iron Man, I think, or a version of Iron Man.
Okay.
Yeah. But he looks pretty interesting. So, yeah, we'll do a full, proper review of that later on, guys. And then, Efren, you mentioned this. I don't know how I feel about this. Tell me about this a little bit.
I'm tired about this.
Man. I'm going to LA Comic-Con Saturday, and this came out like about a week ago. There's going to be an AI Stan Lee hologram. We'll speak with fans at LA Comic-Con. Everybody's just saying ick, basically. I am going to see if it's not crowded, I am going to go buy it and see what it's about. And I'll fill you guys in, next time we do the show, Peter, on Tuesday. But I just think, who's doing this? I just think it has to be his daughter to give out the rights, to do this. Or it's just weird. Yeah.
I bet you anybody it's Disney, innit? Because Disney did an AI Mickey Mouse a while back at a Comic-Con. And then Disney have been trying to bring back Walt Disney in California for the longest time. And this is how they would do it with AI. So I'm pretty much square off saying I think that's probably Disney that's doing this.
I don't think Disney would stoop this low.
The thing is, if this does become popular, do you think they would do this with other people in the future?
Oh, yeah.
It's just, we don't know what's with AI. It's just a bit weird.
We've already got a hologram Freddie Mercury. You're telling me that Brian May and that wouldn't want to bring Freddie to life with AI? Come on, that would happen. So that Freddie could interact with the crowd again. It'll happen.
This is. I hate to say it because I really don't think I like this. I have to say, but this is the future, isn't it? I would be interested to know if Stan Lee signed up to this before he died. Do you know what I mean? If he, do you know, like sometimes we get voice actors. So is it David Prowse who's agreed for his voice to be used as Vader in the future and things like that? It would be interesting to know if Stan Lee's had any agreement or involvement with this. Saying that, like the last few years, he was signing anything his handlers forced him to sign. I just find it quite distasteful. I don't know.
This is a quote from the Hollywood Reporter, and this makes it sound icky. Tech company Photo Hologram developed the hologram with the rights to Stan Lee's likeness, owned by a media company, Cartoon Studios, which has big plans for rapid commercial expansion of its Stan Lee IP, such as collectible cards and a refresh of all his Madame Tussauds waxworks. So they're they're calling it a Stan Lee IP, which makes it feel icky to me.
Yeah,
they're seeing Stan Lee as a business.
That's not a signed Stan Lee thing. To be fair, AI wasn't the way it is before Stan Lee even knew about it. So,
it's a bit like, and I know, lots of people in the comments are chiming in saying they don't think it's appropriate, which is I completely agree with. But I guess in some regards, it's a bit like, I've got my mind's gone blank. Who are the singers down in London who've ABBA, but they're still alive, I think, ABBA on, so they've agreed to it. Do you know what I mean? They've agreed to be generated and whatever. This is nothing to do with Stan Lee as far as I can understand. This is someone who's getting him to sign a bit of his likeness or whatever over now that can just bastardize it and use it to do whatever they want. Nah. It'd be interesting, Efren, to see how many people are using this and accessing it.
What I plan to do, if it's not crowded, I'm going to go there, Peter. I'm going to take videos and pictures so we can show it on the show on Tuesday. And maybe I'll ask a person or two what they thought of it if they go through it. If I'm tempted to, I may just do it for journalistic reasons. And, But yeah, it is kind of weird, you know.
Yeah. Lots of people say it's morbid. If he did, he was probably forced to. I don't think he knew what he was doing near the end, Ash. I think he was well and truly abused, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Scraping the barrel of grief, was he? The way they treated him at the end, it was absolutely atrocious. We've got Phil. Nice to see you, Phil. We're talking, Phil, about this Stan Lee hologram that's going to be at a convention. So, yeah, using the poor guy's likeness and generating a hologram. Scary stuff. Scary stuff. Andrew met Stan in 2014, and I feel a bit off about it. He was being used as a prop. I would have loved to have met him, Andrew, I have to say. I really would have loved to have, just to say I've met him. Do you know what I mean? But, yeah. If it was open source on a holodeck non-profit, I would be okay with it. Yeah. Someone somewhere is making a lot of money off Stan Lee still. Feels a bit creepy and in bad taste to me. This is a person, a human, a father and a husband is being turned into an attraction. Yeah, I think, Stephen, you've hit it absolutely on the head. Absolutely. That's right, Terry. You're right. ABBA created the idea. So they made the money. Nice one. I like that, Terry. Well done. Okay, chaps. Moving on. Just conscious of time because we've got loads to get through tonight. Comic books coming out this week. I just want to mention some of these briefly because there is a couple of good ones coming out. We've got Absolute Wonder Woman. I'm still enjoying this. Any of you guys reading that still?
Yep, I'm still reading it. Good storyline.
It's cracking. It is. It's just cracking. It's a really interesting take on things. Ultimate Spider-Man. I'm interested in the comments, guys. Those in the chat. I've dropped off Ultimate Spider-Man, and I don't know why. Anybody let us know. Are you still reading it? Is it still a decent read?
It's ending pretty soon. It's going to end pretty soon. Also, you know.
Is it?
So they got about 1 or 2 more issues left. Him and Harry Osborn. They're being, you know, by Craven being hunted. Yeah. So they're trying to turn the tables, and I heard it's going to end pretty soon. So I'm not sure what they're going to do after that.
Okay. Ends with 25. Terry's saying.
Yeah.
Flash. I really want to love Flash because he's one of my favorite characters, but I just can't get into this at the moment. New History of the DC Universe has been quite a good fun read. Efren, did you manage to read any of Mortal Thor yet?
I did. I read the first issue, and it was okay. You know, hopefully it will, you know, add up. But going back really quick, the DC Universe, that storyline, I started reading it, and it's really good. You were right, Peter.
Yeah.
The history of the DC Universe, I read it, you know, the first 2 issues, and it's good. I like it.
Just an easy read, isn't it?
Yeah.
Easy read. Hyde Street, always a favourite. I'm looking forward to the Skin Breaker issue #1 by Robert Kirkman. I think that'll be an interesting pickup. That and Beneath the Trees out this week. We're going to be talking about those on Friday night over on Rusty Staples. So giving our reviews on those. Looking forward to both of them. And also, guys, Beneath the Trees, the writer, Patrick Hogarth, is going to be at Thought Bubble this year. So that's incredible.
I've read the first one, and it is really good.
Oh, it's
one of my
superb.
favorites. It's such a good read. Would that be ready for the second one, trade paperback then, do you think? Or
the second one, trade paper, might not be out by then, I don't think.
Oh, okay.
I think we're only up to issue 2 or 3 now, I think.
Okay.
Let's see. Jeff the Land Shark. I don't know why, sorry, but I think that might be something you read. Is that the kind of book you would
read? No, not a million years.
No.
I'm more The Invisible Man and film and things like that. I wouldn't read Jeff the Bloody Shark.
Issue 1 of Invisible Man was okay. It
was okay. I'm going to get the second one though.
Yeah, me too.
I'm going to persevere.
If I can recommend any book to you guys, it's that Escape by Image Comics. Issue 1 was absolutely phenomenal. Don't know if any of you have read this, but basically it's set during the war, and all of your characters are dogs and wolves and things like that. And basically the dogs are doing a bomb and a strafing raid in enemy territory and get shot down. Just superb. Absolutely superb. So well worth checking that one out.
I'm going for the Twilight Zone this week. That's one I'm going to go for. IDW.
Yeah, that looks really interesting.
It's an anthology. It's going to be anthology stories as well. But I mean, Creepshow was an anthology, but we'll get to that in a bit. Yeah. But the Twilight Zone, it could be all right. It's IDW. Could be okay.
Yeah.
Are they going to have an image of Rod Steiger on there at all? Or?
I think there is a one. I think there's a load of different covers. And I think there is a one with them on. A quick question for the chat, guys. Everybody is getting very excited for Mark Spears and the love his work, and I completely agree. His art is phenomenal. I'm not reading Monsters. Is anybody actually reading the book as opposed to just collecting the covers? And if you are reading it, is it any good? Let us know if it's any good, because I don't know. I'm just not.
I can't get hold of it for love of money. My comic guy, for some reason, cannot get hold of that Max Spears book.
It's because it's a Keen Spot book, Sorrel. So sometimes Keen Spot don't really distribute to your big comic shops and things like that. It's hard to get a hold of sometimes. I think because they've got to buy a certain amount of it. Viking Moon sounds really interesting. Vikings versus werewolves. You can't go wrong with that, can you? So I think that's a one to pick up and give a read to. And also Sleep, issue 5. Loving Sleep. Absolutely loving Sleep.
I'm trying to figure out on Sleep. Is he... They haven't shown him transform into a monster yet. It just shows the after effects. So I'm just curious to see what exactly is going on. I love this series. It's really good.
Yeah, so I think he's a werewolf or something like that, but then that doesn't make sense because he's transforming every night. It's a superb story. If you haven't picked it up yet, it's just interesting. It's so clever. So basically, you get... How can I explain it? Each issue is the story of this guy going through his normal day and seeing what's happening in the town. At the end of every issue, he goes to sleep. And then at the start of the next issue, he wakes up. So we don't see anything that's happened the night before, but it's him dealing with everything that's happened. So it's like he's transforming into a monster or a werewolf at the end of one issue. The next issue picks up where he's destroyed and killed loads of people, and he's panicking and he's trying to work out what's happened and all that kind of stuff. It's just very, very...
That's a cool concept.
It's very clever. It's very, very clever.
And he can't die because he hung himself. He threw himself off a bridge, and then next thing you know, he's like waking up again.
Yeah, he tried to kill himself.
But they haven't shown him transformed into a monster yet.
They've done that in a few animes where they... Like an anime, like he dies and then it resets.
Yes.
Sort of thing. So
it's a real interesting concept, and it's been a fun book. I've been really enjoying it. Just quickly jumping to the chat, guys. Let's have a look. See, Ultimates, he reads his graphic novels. C4 Darkman. Absolute Superman has been good. Yeah, I think most of the Absolute books have been really good, to be honest. Fuzzy stopped reading Spidey at issue 6 and haven't bought it every month, so I'll have it all stacked to read in a few months, and have bought it every month. Oh, wow. So you're going to have a lot of reading there, Fuzzy. Skinbreaker, the artist has been drawn it for years. It looks amazing. It's a one that my pal Andy, Perpetual Comics, recommends, and his recommendations are normally spot on, so looking forward to checking that one out. Absolute Superman's the only one I read now. Don't believe it'll last until the end of next year, though, any of them. Yeah, they might fizzle out. Escape 2, I'm on it. News from the Fallout, I've heard nothing but good things about that as well. Fuzzy's meant to be really, really good. Never read a copy of Monsters and have bought them all. I was surprised with how good the new Batman story is. The story in the artwork is pretty good. It's not bad. It's not bad. Sorrel, I'll sort you out. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Very good of you, Fuzzy. Escape, Beneath the Trees, Battle World, Skinbreaker, Viking Mood, and Jeff. Jeff, really, Ed? Nice to see you, Ed, but I hope you are well, my friend.
Sorry, I was on mute then when I said that. Fuzzy, thank you very much, mate. I appreciate that.
Okay. Ed, are you at Thought Bubble? You are, mate, aren't you? Let me know.
Ed's the one who didn't go inside Thought Bubble, right? He just...
That's right. Yeah. You bought 2 tickets for it and didn't use
I remember that.
So yeah. Thanks for that, Fuzzy. I will avoid looking at the cover for the next sleep, just in case. Monsters is largely a cover buy for me. Read the first 3 and they were all right. Okay. Bizarrely, I found the free issue 0 better than the first 3 books. Wow.
That's how they get you.
Yeah. Nice to see you, bud. Hope you're well. And Phil, read a spate of indie books over the weekend. Indie is where it's at. Absolutely. Couldn't agree more, mate. Couldn't agree more. We've got some reviews of a couple of indie books, I think, at the end. I don't want to mention how many books I've pulled this week. Yeah, it gets scary. Ed's actually still in Harrogate wondering how to get in. Daredevil thankfully ends this week. I had to see it to the end despite it being done. I gave up. I have to say it. You've been persevering with it, Efren, haven't you?
Oh, yeah. I'm always going to read Daredevil no matter what. I think the next Daredevil book's going to be Daredevil and Punisher.
Okay. Well, we're going to talk about Punisher at the end as well, because I've read Punisher #1, which is an interesting one. Okay, chaps, let's talk about some toy news. Like I said at the start, we've been the crowd has been screaming out for gaming news. So in comes Simon. Simon sends us some Silent Hill news. Tell me about this, mate.
So this is coming out in 2 days on obviously PS5, Xbox, and PC. I think it is coming out on Switch too as well, which will be cool. It's the new series of Silent Hill. So the main protagonist, I can't say the word, is a Japanese girl, Hinako, and she's trapped in the usual Silent Hill, where trapped in Misty Hell in her hometown, and she's got to escape from all these horrible sort of creatures and things like Silent Hill. Yeah. So
sounds good. Sounds good. And I have to say, James has mentioned this before, and he didn't really sell it, whereas you've sold it beautifully, Simon. I'm interested in this now, so I might even pick this up. Do you guys agree? It sounds good now that Simon's talked to about it, doesn't it?
One thing you've got to know with any horror game is, so big thing for me, physical media is sort of dying out. So I collect, obviously, Switch 2 games.
Don't say that.
But it is. That's why with people paying Game Pass.
Luke's ears have just pricked up, man. He's rushing to the keyboard as we speak.
But the big things to always buy are horror games, because they go up massively in value. You look on any PS2, a Silent Hill game is nearly worth £150 to £200. Yeah. So and so it's well worth buying just to even if it's not a great game to play, just to keep hold for the value to go up.
So. Just going to jump into the comments, guys. Phil is saying, I started reading American Vampire Omni today. I love it, Phil. I got the little DC reader copy things when I went to holiday. Superb, absolutely great story. Edvic, you on the Spears blind bags, Fuzzy? I am, Ed. I am. I've got 100 of them coming. Don't know why. The reviews are stellar of Silent Hill.
Why doesn't James just jump on? He's in the chat and he's watching along. I don't understand.
I'm late, by the way. Have I missed Simon smashing the quiz? No, it's still to come, Phil. Still to come. Silent Hill is just like me on the toilet. I'll tell you what, I've been on many a hill and none of them have been silent. Why are there so many Silent Hills? Exactly. Okay, chaps, moving on. This is interesting. So this is Hot Toys Wolverine Classic Brown and Tan costume.
Is it?
Yeah. So this is... Hot Toys have got a habit of doing this. They'll release a Wolverine figure and then they'll release him in a slightly different costume straight after, pissing off a lot of people. Lots of criticism about this with the face, the head sculpt.
The face sculpt looked a bit weird.
Got a weird kind of pointy nose thing going on.
Why has he got such a big forehead on that one?
Why has it got so many wrinkles and
Yeah,
it looks like he's just you chop a willow tree down, you see the rings through the middle.
Yeah,
that's what his face looks like.
It's an interesting one considering they've just released the Wolverine hot toy, and the head sculpt that you get for Hugh Jackman is phenomenal. And then they've put this out, and it doesn't look the best, I have to say. I do quite like this. I don't know if you've noticed that image with his claws popped there. You'll notice a slight reflection in them of the Hulk.
Yeah, I was looking at that.
Very clever.
So that's pretty clever. I quite like that. And that's one of my favourite versions of the costume, but I don't think I can justify buying another Wolverine figure, to be honest. That'll be my fourth, I think. So I can't be doing that. But it's nice. I like the claws. I think that's quite interesting. Phil saying that face, though. Yeah, I think he's talking about the figure and not me. The head's very thin. Yeah, that's your favourite costume. Same for me, don't mean. Yeah, there's a TNT blind bag release coming out. I might pick up a couple of those as well. He's been alive for more than 200 fucking years. He's entitled to have a few wrinkles. That's fair comment, yeah. The Hulk reflection of the claws is pretty good. Yeah, I like that. I do like that. I think it looks pretty cool. I'm past Deadpool Wolverine now. Sick of seeing them. And I'm going to get lynched, but I hate the brown suit. Wow. Each to their own. Yeah, I do just like it. But yeah, it's a nice one. Simon, what in the shit is this?
So I pre-ordered this as well because I'm not really big card collector, but I like League of Legends, and you know that because I've obviously pre-ordered my 1/6 scale of Arcane. So Arcane is obviously a part of League of Legends. They're bringing out their own card game, which is Riftbound, which will be released. The first set's released in October, So I'm going to actually buy a booster box, and I could do like an unboxing video maybe or something like that.
Yeah.
So that would be pretty cool. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to actually, get into this card game, and I bought all 3 of those starter decks there already. So I'm going to get the booster box as well. So yeah, just a new card game out that everyone can rave on about. So, and League of Legends is massive IP, so it's like they can do a lot of sets with this. So they've already got the second set announced for January. So
looks like that. Bit it. I'm not a card game person, to be honest, but I know there's a lot of people love this kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, look at how well the Final Fantasy with Magic the Gathering took off and things like that. So
yeah, Spider-Man. I'm sure James Mack has just done a video on that. You can get Spider-Man Magic the Gathering now.
You can, yeah.
So Ed's just asking, actually, anyone on that Spider-Man Magic? I think, remember GP Venom? He's just done a video about it, and so is James Mack. So check out their channels. Simon, what's this on the bottom then? Toby Hero X.
So that is a new anime that I've just finished, 24 episodes, and it's one of my favorite animes this year. It's absolutely brilliant. So the synopsis of it is to be Hero X. So it's an anime where all heroes gain powers from the public from trust. Right? Okay. So they gain power. So it's a bit like a popularity contest. Like influencers. So with marketing and all that, they get influence and then they get powers, and they've got to like battle for the top 10. And the top X is like the top white guy, who's the one bottom right. He's X. And so the anime is done from, what I like about it, it's done from different animators. So each anime is different, which is pretty cool. And they do a story about each of these top 10 characters. And it's honestly one of the best animes I've watched this year.
So it shows how in touch I am. I thought that was a computer game, Simon. I thought those slides you've sent us there are for a computer game.
It looks a computer game, but yeah, it is incredible. Like the whole concept of it, of like, and that added the other opposite to trust is fear. So like they're trying to battle fear as well, but so it's a really cool concept.
The real question though is, Simon, is do you watch anime with the original voiceovers and subtitles or with the English dubs?
I always watch subtitles.
Better,
always.
A lot better. There's nothing worse than them god awful English bloody dubs, is there?
No.
They always talk like this. Hello, I will kill you now.
But I think this one's pretty much English dubbed as well. So if people do want to watch it English dubbed, so
we've lost Fuzzy. We've lost him. Efren, is this the kind of thing you'll get into? Are you going to watch this anime?
No, not at all.
Me neither. Sorrel.
Yeah.
I feel like we're talking about blockies every single show.
They are getting license after license after license at the moment. They've just got a Jurassic Park license, and they're going to be making Terra Venture, which is going to be a mixture of dinosaurs and landscaping to go with them. So you'll build like the bit of landscape they're standing on as well, which is quite interesting.
That would be cool.
So if you imagine if it's like a pterodactyl, you're going to build the rock that they stand on and everything. You're going to build the whole diorama piece. That's a cool concept.
There can't be many licenses, like geeky licenses, they're not doing stuff for now. Blockies just seems to have taken over the world.
Yeah.
They're trying to rival Lego, aren't they? They're a long way off, but they're trying.
Well, you're saying they're a long way off. They've got some cracking properties there already. Do you know what I mean? It's like
what I love about Blockies is they have an introductory price point, which is always low, and then you can go as far into it as you want and spend as much as you want, but you can get a representation of the product for like £3 and £4, which is amazing. Like those Transformers, the mini ones for £3 are amazing for for that price point. They're great.
I've still got 3 of the £10 ones or something to open. I haven't looked at them yet. Lots of love for Blockies. Lots of love for them. Teased vehicles as well.
Yeah,
that'll be interesting.
That'll be good.
They'd be able to build a park then. That would be cool if you could build a whole Jurassic Park.
I think we're only a matter of time away before we see things like, like the Jurassic Park Jeep, and then the cross it with Transformers. Like Hasbro have done over the years, where they've done the crossover franchises. I could see them doing that with Blockies, so that you could either build it as the robot or build it as the car. Like put enough pieces in the box to have either version.
But what I like is they've obviously catered to the Japanese and other markets, because they do like the Cayman Rider and things like that as well, don't they? So
they do.
Yeah.
I wish they would bring the Pokemon ones over to England though, because we can't have them over here. Can't make of licensing issues.
Yeah.
I would love to get them over here.
Phil's not a Blockies fan. Wayne's holding out for EastEnders Blockies. Really need to avoid getting anything else. Yeah, me too, Batman. And then we've got Batman XE Suit Hellbat version. This is an interesting one from the Arkham Asylum games, although it's not actually been in the Arkham Asylum games. This has caused a little bit of controversy. It looks pretty impressive, but this, from what I understand, was a modded suit that some fan has done, and they've just grabbed it and rolled with it, and Hot Toys have made a figure out of it without kind of tipping the hat to the person or the individuals that designed it and everything. It does look interesting, but I have to say I watched a review over on Justin's channel earlier today, and it looks quite sexy. I think the black and the red works really, really well, to be honest. Not what I'm going to buy, but I do think it looks nice. I think the red and the black looks very nice. Simon.
Yes. So
Hasbro,
Hasbro have announced a nice, cool twin back with Deathbird and Gladiator at around £50. So yeah, that's a cool one. I thought I like those. Yeah,
50 quid about right for a 2-pack. I'm not that up to
yeah,
speed
it is
with
now.
these figures.
Yeah.
I think that's about that. That's cheap for Hasbro, if I'm honest. 50 quid's quite cheap for them these days. Each figure runs you about 26 quid now.
Yeah.
It does, yeah.
I do like. I mean, I'm not interested in the what do you call it? Deathhawk, or whatever she's called. Deathbird.
Yeah.
Oh, I prefer her to him, to be honest.
Oh, I quite like the Gladiator. Although I hate the cape, I have to say. Rigid plastic cape looks a bit.
It'll be horrible, yeah.
But quite nice.
Yeah. And then on the right is another connection to the Godzilla Higher Toys, which is Behemoth, which is so they're obviously bringing out a lot more from the King of Monsters. It's took them a while, so like that movie's ages old, but it's pretty cool that they're bringing some of the other MonsterVerse monsters out. So
yeah, I like that. It is nice. Any of you guys buying any of those? Sorrel, Efren, you getting any of those?
Not even close.
I'm going to tempt Efren into a 1/6 scale figure. Oh, God. Another friggin' Iron Man. So we've got Iron Man Sub-Zero Fractal Armor. I don't even know what the hell that is. I don't know if that's... It's saying it's from Iron Man 2. I don't remember it being in Iron Man 2. Anybody else remember that?
No. It almost seems like they're just throwing stuff out there, hoping somebody would buy it.
Yeah. Not for me. If you're an Iron Man collector, I'm sure you'll be over the moon about that. The fractal armor is interesting, I guess, in terms of the paintwork and the design. But yeah, ain't for me. Simon, did you send us these Hellboy figures?
yeah, it's from a Boss Fight Toys. So I've not heard of Boss Fight before, but I just saw the Hellboy figures, and I thought I've not seen many Hellboy figures, and I thought those ones look pretty cool. So
I like the Hellboy. I'm not a massive Hellboy fan, so someone in the chat let me know. I'm no reference point for that weird pig thing. Don't know what that is.
Gugak. That's what it's called. I don't know what what it's from or anything, because I don't read the Hellboy, but
yeah.
I thought they looked really cool figures though. So.
The Hellboy toy looks lovely. I like it. I'm not familiar with that company. Sorrel, are you familiar with them?
Yeah. Boss Fight has been around a little while now. They made like the Sam and Max figures, and they recently did like Darkwing Duck. They've done loads of like cartoony figures over the years. They've also done a load of like they did like a bunch of pirate figures. They do like a gladiatorial arena style figure set. They've done a mixture of stuff. I think they did the Army of the Dead ones as well a while back. They've done a good mixture of stuff at this point, but their figures tend to range between 5 and 6 inches. They're usually pretty decent.
Okay. Nice. Ellen Studios, nice of you to join, bud. Hope you're doing well. Edvic, Iron Man has to be the most produced hot toy ever. Yeah, there's tons of them. I think we did a couple of shows ago, Ed, we put it up on screen. I think there was like over 200 of them from memory. Over 200 figures, which is just crazy. Speaking of hot toys, we've got 3 more announcements. I think it was today or yesterday. We've got the Broken Tusk Predator, which is based on a comic book Predator. Pretty cool. I quite like the xenomorph skull in his chest plate. That's quite cool, quite feature, interesting. Yeah, quite like that. We've then got John Wick with the doll's hair, artisan hair from Chapter 1. Quite like that. Nice. Is
that sort of John Wick 2 look? Is it?
No, it's John Wick 1. So that's the first John Wick. Yeah.
Okay.
He goes into kind of the shirt and tie after that. I haven't got a John Wick, and I've never really... They've done 3 versions or something. I think this is the 3rd or 4th version. I've never managed to find a one that just ticks the boxes for us. Yours looks a bit weird. His head looks a bit strange on them quite often. So I don't know. This might be the one. Might be the one I go for. I'm not sure yet. We've got Connie in the chat. Nice to see you, Connie. Hope you're doing well. And you think change my profile picture in honor of the best movie from '89, Ghostbusters 2. Debatable. But yeah, good point. And then we've got Anakin Skywalker. This is quite nice. He comes with the red saber and the green saber. People are up in arms about this because this figure was released a good while ago with the artisan hair. Artisan hair is basically doll's hair. And it was a limited edition and people went wild for it. And then the scalpers got a hold of it. And it was supposed to be kind of a one-off figure and people sold it for ridiculous money. And well, Hot Toys have put it out today with plastic hair. So people are a little bit irritated about it.
I'm more annoyed the fact that they're giving him a red saber.
Well, that's why I like this. So yeah, you're right. He shouldn't have the red saber, but this is the first time I've seen this before. I don't think I've seen it with Hot Toys before. So anybody in the chat correct us. He comes with interchangeable eyeballs. Mm-hmm. Exactly. So I've never seen that before in a Hot Toy. So you can pop his eyes out and you can have normal eyeballs and then you can have Sith eyeballs and also different fringes. But yeah, I've not seen that before. I think that's quite an interesting one.
How delicate is it to change those?
Are they just 2 different heads? But his hair is different on one of them. Or...
No, it comes with 2 different fringe sets. Magnetic fringe.
Okay.
Magnetic fringe.
Yeah.
Love it.
But yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Ellen's saying it's been done before. I've just never seen it before. I think that's really quite interesting. I'd love to know how, like Simon says, how fiddly it is to get the eyeballs in there.
Well, I'm guessing is it going to be like an actual eyeball, or is it going to be like a contact lens that's magnetic that just slots out and you just sort of go blink and just pull it over these eyes? You know what I mean?
Well, no, it says interchangeable eyeballs. So. A lot of these, you take the back of the head off. So I'm presuming.
Oh, okay. You do it that way, go in from the back.
Mm-hmm. Going from the back, yeah.
It'd be like these figures, wouldn't it, with the eyes slots them in.
Interesting. I ain't getting it, but interesting. Quite interesting. And then Sorrel, you sent these today. I like the look of these, I have to say.
Yeah, so Super 7 have been making these figures for a little while. These are their normal reaction figures, they call them. They're just 5 POA ones normally, but they've actually added a new body system to them now. So they've updated them to have the O-ring system that they use with the old G.I. Joes. So okay. They're like the O-ring style figures. You know what that is? Yeah. So it's that style of figures. It means there's more articulations. They've now got an elbow hinge, a knee hinge, so they're a bit more articulated than just 5 POA. So a lot of people are jumping on these, and these hard arts are beautiful on these. It's really good. These are part of their I can't say that. Was it Bodega? They do like a thing every year for Halloween where they release a load of Halloween stuff. There was a bunch of other stuff announced as well, but this was the standout by far. These is wave 1. This is the first bunch. I think I'm going to definitely get Dracula at least and see how he looks.
So I don't have Universal Monsters really referenced in my collection, so I might pick these up. I quite like these.
Yeah, me too.
Although I'm not friends with Super 7 at the moment, so that's the only. But yeah, I do like them. Ellen Studio is confirming full eyeballs for the figure there. Isn't that as bad a head sculpt as the Jackman one earlier? Which one? The Anakin. I don't know. I think you can see Anakin in it.
The Sith one's better than the regular one by far.
Yeah. The monsters look great. Dracula and the Wolfman, the Gilfman, crosses the packaging too. Yeah, they look lovely. They do look lovely. I might have to pick them up, I think. Yeah. Okay, moving on, chaps. Let's have a look at movies. We're looking at the year 1990 now. Simon, you've not seen this before. You've not done this before. Basically, we're going to put a few slides up with different films that came out in a set year. This year is 1990. I'll talk very briefly about each of them. And then what each of you do is tell us which ones you haven't seen. And then talk briefly about one of the films that you enjoy. All right?
Okay.
So, some cracking movies in 1990. We've got a couple of slides of this, guys. Incredible stuff. Starting off with one of my all-time favourites, which is Darkman with Liam Neeson. absolutely amazing film, mental film, but just incredible, absolutely incredible. We then got Edward Scissorhands. I've seen Edward Scissorhands, but I cannot really remember a great deal about it. Tim Burton movie, Johnny Depp in a very bizarre kind of performance. It's a bit of an off-the-wall one. We've then got Home Alone, that absolute classic. I love that film. We've got Total Recall with Arnie, Lady with Three Boobies. We've then got Goodfellas, which is one of the all-time best gangster movies ever made, I think. In just stellar performances by absolutely everybody in it. And then we've got Stephen King's Misery. I think one of my all-time favourite, would you call it a horror suspense? I don't know what you would class it as.
It's horror.
But yeah, but I mean, that ankle hobbling scene is the stuff of nightmares. It's just horrific. So we'll start, as you're the guest, Simon, we'll start with you. Which of those haven't you seen, and then which one do you want to talk a little bit about?
I haven't seen the what did you say? Because I thought that was Carrie at first, that bottom left, so I haven't seen that one.
Misery. It's when the car goes, he's an author and his car goes off an embankment and she basically nurses him back to health, but then kind of makes him rewrite his book.
Right, I've never seen that one then, so yeah. I have obviously I think I've seen pretty much all the others. Is that Arnie one? Is that it's not Running Man, is it? It's the other one, isn't it?
Total Recall.
No, Total Recall.
Yeah, I thought it was Total Recall.
The Martian with three breasts.
Boobies.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Boobies. I've definitely seen that. I've seen Home Alone, seen Goodfellas. I can't really remember a lot of, and Darkman I can't remember a lot of, but I have seen them. And then Edward Scissorhands I have seen. So.
Which is your favourite out of the ones you've seen?
See, as a kid, it would be Home Alone.
Yeah, just a classic, isn't it?
Just because I was a kid and I'd watch it every Christmas, and it just
How about you, Efren?
It would have to be Darkman. I was totally unprepared for that movie. Didn't know what it was about. I saw it when it first came out, 1990, but when I saw it, I go, wow, this is a really great movie, man. I just like the character Liam Neeson, how he portrayed that character, So I thought it was a really well done movie. Totally unexpected.
Yeah. Are there any you haven't seen on that list, Efren?
I've seen them all, actually. Yeah.
And Sorrel, how about yourself, bud?
The only one I haven't seen on there is Darkman. I've not seen that movie. I've seen all the rest of them. My favorite out of all of them definitely would be Goodfellas. That's a great movie. One of the best of all time. That scene, he's like, why am I funny? Why am I funny? Like, puts him on the spot in front of everyone. That is just so tense, isn't it?
He's terrifying.
He's so good at it. He's
Absolutely
terrifying. Yeah, Joe Pesci's brilliant at that. He's so good at it.
I don't think, challenge to the chat, tell us, I don't think I've seen anything that I've not thought Joe Pesci was superb in.
No, he's a great actor.
He's incredible, Mm-hmm. Darkman is one to add to your list, Sorrel. I know you're working your way through a lot of movies. It's superb. It's a one that I quote quite often in terms of the fairground scene where he's trying to win an elephant for his girlfriend. I just love it.
Batman, I think I know of it. Is Samuel L. Jackson in it? I think I know of it.
No, Samuel L. Jackson's not in it.
Is he not in this one?
I don't think so.
It's not the way I'm thinking of them.
My Cousin Vinny is brilliant, yeah. Did the remake Total Recall? They did with, what do you call him? Penguin? Colin Farrell. It's not bad. It's not a bad movie. It's very different to the Arnie one. But it's not bad at all, mate. Not bad at all. Goodfellas is timeless and Darkman was fun. I even like 2 and 3. Corny, but still funny. Yeah. Okay, guys. Same again. We have got Gremlins 2. The weird one where they take over a TV studio, and it kind of goes from, I would argue that the original Gremlins is a little bit horror. Gremlins 2 kind of goes just batshit crazy silliness, really. We've then got Ghost, Patrick Swayze, Demi Moore, Dick Tracy. I keep forgetting about Dick Tracy. I have to go back and rewatch it. It is literally a comic book on screen, and I'm not saying that's a good thing. Madonna's in it, Warren Beatty. It's just, mental. We've then got the Turtles first hit the screen, big screen. Interesting movie. We've got the first Tremors, Kevin Bacon, Creatures Under the Sand Eating People, and then Arachnophobia, one of my all-time favourites, spider-based movies. I went to see that film happy memories. Went to see that film with my nana, who had a heart condition, so it probably wasn't the best thing. But went to see the movie, and the cinema had nets with spiders and released them halfway through the film, and you didn't know, and all these spiders landed on you. My nana nearly passed out. So yeah, just superb film. Absolutely superb. Classic. Okay, we'll start with you this time, Sorrel. Which of those haven't you seen, and which one do you want to say is your favourite?
The only, I've not seen the last two, so Arachnophobia and that other one you mentioned with Kevin Bacon. I've not seen that one.
Tremors. You've got to see Tremors again. Superb.
I've seen all the rest of it. I was too busy laughing at the fact that you were on about Ghost and then suddenly just blurted out Dick. I lost it. You proper got me then. But no, I've seen all the rest of them. I think out of all them, Turtles. I grew up with Turtles, and them movies were amazing. Jim Henson's puppet studio doing them. Sorrow hasn't lived.
Yeah. No, again, I would really recommend you check out Arachnophobia and Tremors. I think they're both your kind of movies, mate. Cool. Keegan's saying Arachnophobia is an absolute classic. It's spot on. Loved Gremlins. Loved Dick Tracy. Tremors. Lots of love for Tremors. OJ Turtles is one of my all-time favourites. Dick Tracy was crap. Tremors is on Amazon Prime. Just make sure you watch the first movie because it goes downhill rapidly.
Bonkers after that.
Yeah. Okay, Efren. What about yourself?
I've never saw the Turtle movie, but I saw everything else. But it's such a long time since I've seen it. The only one that sticks in my head is just Ghost, the way they made Patrick Swayze, portray as a ghost, and Whoopi Goldberg. She won an Oscar for that role, I believe. I thought it was just a well done movie, and just how they portrayed all the ghosts. And at the end, when the bad guy got dragged in by those entities, whatever they were, those black screaming ghosts, I believe. And I thought it was a well done movie.
It is. It's a good one. It's a classic. And Simon, how about yourself?
So I've seen all of them but Dick Tracy and Arachnophobia. So I would say my favourite there is obviously Gremlins 2, because I was more a child when I did watch Ghost, obviously. I did watch Tremors, weirdly. But out of them, Gremlins 2 for me.
Yeah. Again, not seen Arachnophobia. I think you need to catch up on those because it is a very, very cool film. Dark Main wants to crowdfund a 24 cinema experience for Sorrow so he can watch some movies.
Hey, if we do that and stick a camera in my face the entire time, we'll make some money back. It'll be fine.
There was one scene in Arachnophobia when I don't know what, he wasn't a doctor per se, but he was into spiders. But then that spider, basically put him into his webbing.
Yeah.
I went, damn, man, that was a huge spider. That was crazy.
Anton, Arachnophobia was like the final destination for spiders. Love the way they set up some of the spider kills.
Yeah.
The one in the slipper, the one on the helmet, good stuff. Yeah. The one that always gets me, and guys, please do go watch the film, is the lovely elderly couple sat down to watch one of the American programs. Can't remember what it is. It's Wheel of Fortune or something like that. And you see the spider go into the bucket of popcorn that they're eating. And then he puts the spider in his mouth. It's just, wah! Yeah, horrendous. Horrendous. Okay, guys, I can't read that. What's it say?
Sorry, we're on mute. I didn't realize. I've made a note. Arachnophobia and Tremors. They're on my watch list. I wrote it down.
Good stuff. Good stuff. No,
I'm watching Arachnophobia, but I don't think I'm going to watch Dick Tracy. So.
Yeah, I don't know that I'm going to rush to watch Dick Tracy again. I have to say, don't think I want to watch that.
It's a weird movie.
Bit of TV for you guys, and I'm going to need some help with these because I don't think I've seen a few of them. But we've got Beverly Hills 90210, not a show I ever watched, I have to say. Although I do appreciate some of the actors that have stemmed from that show. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was a big one for me back when I was young. I loved The Fresh Prince, one of my all-time favourite shows. Are You Afraid of the Dark? Anthology horror show. We'll talk about that one a lot. Never seen an episode, I don't think. Yeah,
it's a bit like Goosebumps type thing.
Yeah, not one I've seen. We've got Captain Planet, and then we have got the original Flash TV series. Mark Hamill there playing the Trickster. I loved that back in the day. That last image, do you guys know what that is?
He-Man, 2000.
Oh, yeah. It's He-Man. It's awful.
It is.
Absolutely awful. So this is the new Adventures of He-Man from 1990. This is where they went to get He-Man from Eternia and took him into space to help save their planet. Dog shit. Absolute dog shit. Okay, chaps. Any of you seen any of those, or any of you got any good memories of any of those ones?
I'm afraid of the dark 100%. I can't believe you've never seen a single episode, Pete.
Was that on Nickelodeon, that one?
It was, yeah. No, Fox Kids. Sorry, Fox Kids. No, was it Nickelodeon? It might have been. I'm not quite sure. Oh, I don't know now. You've caught me off guard there. It might have been Nickelodeon actually. It might have been Nickelodeon's answer to Fox Kids, to be honest, to Goosebumps. But I'm Afraid of the Dark was an absolute classic. It was very Canadian, though, wasn't it? They were all very Canadian productions. You could tell, trying to be Americans with the dodgy accents. But no, it was a good film. Sorry, good TV series. I really enjoyed it, and but there was some very questionable acting in it. There's some very questionable acting. There's one with the clown guy, and it's they use the same actors over and over and over again. And there's one. It's a Bozo the clown or something, and they steal his nose from the thing in the like a fun house, and then he haunts the kid afterwards for stealing his nose. It's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
And the kid steals his dad's cigars to take to Bozo the clown because that's the logic of children. I love that. It makes no sense. It's batshit crazy.
I'll have to try and catch some of that.
Did we all watch Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think Ed's trying to get one to sing the theme tune. In West Philadelphia, born and raised in a playground. Yeah.
I don't think
come on. If you want some fun, there's some great. He came onto the Graham Norton show and did the full song. Very cool. Very cool. Ephraim, how about you? Have you watched any of those?
Yeah, I watched Beverly Hills 90210, Fresh Prince. I remember The Flash barely because it was only on, I think, for one season. That's Mark Hamill, I believe.
It is, yeah, right. It is.
So, lasting memories about any of these shows? Sorry, no. I watched them, and that was about it.
What's that first one? The image of that first image, Pete. What's that?
That's Beverly Hills 90210.
Oh, is it? Jesus,
it's like American sort of drama thing, isn't it? Like kid.
Was Saved by the Bell not 1990?
Don't think so. Might have
been earlier. Jeez, that earlier, later.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised that's not on here.
Captain Planet, though, I watched that religiously. So.
Captain Planet,
he's a hero. Yeah, I used to like that one as well.
Yeah,
I didn't like that one. Never watched everybody else. I go to Beverly Hills 90210. Saved by the Bell was later. Okay. Can't look at Will Smith anymore. Yeah, he's blotted. He's copybooked something rotten, hasn't he? It's interesting. They did a documentary as well about Fresh Prince a while ago, and I think the original person who played Aunt Vivian said he was hell to work with. It was a lot of issues with him. So yeah, some great shows, some great stuff in the 90s, as we know. Chaps. It's my favourite time of the night where we basically try to embarrass one of yous. This is the quiz section. As usual, ladies and gentlemen, in the comments, please do take part right away at home, but don't put your answers in the comments. I don't want to give these guys any hints. Fuzzy, if you can be the sheriff again. We're going off who wins the round, all right? So at the end of each round, we'll total the points, and whoever wins that round gets the overall point. So there's 3 rounds, all right? So 3 points up for grab. And let us know if that's not clear, Fuzzy. Scoreboard is looking like this. So Phil, who was our last guest on the show, Simon, he came in and bossed it. So because he won, he's now coming back for the end of quiz show. So if you win tonight, Simon, you'll be invited back to take part in the end of quiz show and win a prize.
I doubt that, but
if you win, Simon, I've got faith in you, mate. I've got faith in you.
Okay.
Ephraim, all hopes. I mean, Sorrel, I'm sorry, but you know.
I've got no chance of winning now.
Yeah. I mean, well, you could draw. You could draw if you win tonight and the next show. You could draw with them. But Ephraim, you are our only hope in beating Keegan. So we need a win, guys. We've already talked about it tonight. One of my favourite time periods in comic books was when we got Marvel and DC crossovers, and we had the amalgamation universe. So we had mashups of Marvel and DC characters. So we've got 3 slides. Each slide has got 5 amalgamated characters on them. All I want is just to write down who each character is made of. So i.e., on the screen there, you've got Cyclops on the bottom corner. He's a crossover between Cyclops and a DC character called the Ray. Some of them are easy. Some of them may be a little bit more challenging. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Faces. I love it.
I'm never going to win this.
I love it. Come on.
I would have never got. I knew Cyclops,
So-
but I don't know who Ray is.
You've got to get both characters to get the point for that character. So, guys, we're going to start off nice and easy. Dead straightforward. Marvel and DC characters. I want you to write down your answers for each one. So we've got 5 characters on screen. The chap with the red fancy cape. The guy, the robot. We've got 2 at the top there and then 1 at the bottom. Dead easy. Dead easy. Again, in the chat, ladies and gents, if you know them or you think you know them, write them on a bit of paper or something, but don't put them in the chat for us. Fuzzy's saying this is a tough one. Keegas, he thinks you would have been all right at this. C4 Darkman thinks he's got 5 out of 5. Terry's got all of them. Keegas, 4 out of 5.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know who that is with Joker.
You don't know who's mixed with Joker?
Yeah.
Look at the pairing. That's all I'm going to say. They tend to be opposites of each other. Sorry, there's a fly attacking us. I think it's Jeff Goldblum. Phil's given some helpful advice. Say what you see. LN Studios reckons he's got 3 out of 5. Fuzzy, I thought you wanted the amalgam name. No, mate, no. Just which characters form the pairing, as it were.
I think I've got more.
Phil's got 5. Wayne's got 5. Okay, all ready, chaps. We're going to start with the character with the red cape. Ephraim, will start with you. And I'm trusting you to mark your own, guys. So, Ephraim, which 2 characters do you think that is?
I put Dr. Fate and Doctor Strange.
Correct. Doctor Strange Fate. Yay. Well done. Simon, next one.
Is it Iron Man and Green Lantern?
It is correct. Good stuff. Iron Lantern. Right. Sorrel. We'll go to the one in the bottom corner.
Doctor Doom and I want to say I can't remember his name. Is it Abomination? No.
Oh, so close. So close. No.
It's the Batman villain. I just don't know his name. He killed Superman, didn't he?
Yeah. Who is it?
Right.
I don't think his name.
Yeah. Dr. Doom and Doomsday.
Correct. Dr. Doom and Doomsday. Look at Simon's lovely t-shirt. Yeah, memories. Got that one. Now, next 2 are a little bit more tricky. So, Simon, will come to you.
Well,
give with the Joker one first.
The Joker one? It's Joker Sabretooth.
Correct. Joker and Sabretooth. Sorrel, who's he fighting?
Batman and Wolverine.
Yeah, Dark Claw. Excellent. Superb. Great series, that one. Dark Claw's a tremendous series. Ephraim, how many did you get right?
4.
4 in total. Yep.
Yeah. 4
Simon, yourself, how many did you get right?
All 5. They're easy, those.
5. Oh. Sorrel?
2 out of 5.
2 out of 5. So, Simon takes the first round. Keep us right, Sheriff Dunlop. Keep us right, but Simon, I think, takes the first round. Guys, next one's dead easy. Dead easy.
Okay.
Doing the same again.
Yeah. I love that bottom right.
5. Right. So we've got.
Again, in the chat, guys, let me know how many of these you think you'll get. There's a couple of those that are a little bit trickier, I think. Keegan's getting 5 out of 5. LN Studios, 5 out of 5. All of them are easy. Terry's getting 5 out of 5. Phil's getting 5.
It's just the top right one. I've got no clue.
The top right?
Yeah.
Yeah, me neither.
Well done. Okay, guys, let's start. Ephraim, we'll start with you. Who's the one at the top corner underneath my logo?
Oh, that's Captain America and Superman.
Yeah, super period. Great character. Simon, next to him?
It's Spider-Man and Robin.
No, it's not.
I said Spider-Man and Nightwing.
No, it's not. Ephraim?
I have Spider-Man and Superboy.
Correct. Spider-Man and Superboy. It's Spider-Boy.
So who was the first one? Sorry, Cap and Superboy.
Captain America and Superman.
Because he's got the
Superman.
shield.
Yeah.
Look.
It was the stupid little haircut after Superboy.
You got to look at the little details. He's got S on the shield, so.
Keep him right. Keep him right, Simon. Simon, who have we got underneath that then? Who's that?
That should be Bullseye Deadshot.
Correct. Yeah, correct.
I got that one.
Sorrel.
Lobo and Howard the Duck.
Yeah, I love that one. Lobo the Duck. Yeah. And then Ephraim, the top one's a tough one.
I don't know, man. I put Batman and Green Goblin.
No. Simon?
Is it Man Bat and Man Thing?
It is Man Bat and Man Thing.
I didn't get the Man Thing. I said Man Bat and Green Goblin.
Yeah, so Man Thing. Yeah. Okay, good stuff. So, scores, Ephraim?
I got 3.
3, good. Simon?
4.
4. Simon, you're bossing this. You are bossing this.
Kind of one.
Last one, guys. Last one.
Gosh.
Last one. Ooh, this one might.
Dragging this out to the bitter
watching.
end, are we? Okay.
Dan got 5 out of 5 on that round. Well done, Dan. Well done. These ones, a couple of these are a little bit trickier. So, again, some great characters. Let us know in the chat, guys, how many of these you think you'll be able to get. I got me draw cards out, but I don't think I'm going to need it. I think Simon is wiping the floor with you.
Yeah, Simon's already won. He got 2.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be honest. I think I've got 1.
I'm loving Sorrel's face. And then turns out I got 4. Humbled. Oof. Either Simon's really smart or the rest of you are really dumb. I'm not sure what scares me the most. Terry's got 5 of these. Ellen's got 2 of these ones. There are some more tricky characters. Yeah. Phil, these are easy if you read the series. Obvs, absolutely. Anton's got
the series like about 30 years ago. Yeah. Oh, shit.
Batman 2 this time. Yeah, it's a bit trickier, this one. Sorrel, that paper bag is winning. Harsh. Okay, chaps, all ready? First one's dead easy. We should have all gotten that one. Ephraim, what have we got for the first one?
Wonder Woman and Storm.
Correct. Amazon, she's called. Yeah, great character. Simon, underneath that on the bottom, who do you think that is?
I don't really get. I know it's Thor.
Thor.
But I don't know what other character that is.
I said Thor and Cyborg.
No, so it's a bit of a random character from Jack Kirby's Third World. It's the character Orion.
Oh, Orion, the one that everyone knows.
I was trying to think. I just couldn't remember the name. I was trying to. Yeah.
Above that, Sorrel, who we've got?
Ghost Rider and Red Shirt Man.
Nearly. Anybody else?
I thought it was Dead Man.
No. Anybody else? It's Ghost Rider and The Flash. That is
wow.
Speed Demon.
Oh, I didn't see the Flash there.
What the hell
Yeah, me neither.
Flash from that?
Speed Demon. Well, he's got the little lightning bolt Flash symbol on his belt, hasn't he?
Oh, that tiny little belt. Yeah.
You got to zoom in on those, Peter. I didn't see that.
Okay, so next to him, Geek Big Blue headed thing. What we got there? Anybody?
Is that Watchman and Oa?
Yeah, I would give you that. So that's the Watcher, and it's one of the Guardians.
Yeah.
I put Watcher and Green Lanterns.
Yeah, so it's you can have that. It's the it's Utah, the Watcher, I think it's called, or the Guardian.
Yeah.
One Below is an interesting one. Soul,
Absolutely.
any ideas?
Moon Knight, Batman.
Oh, so close. Ephraim?
Moon Knight, Nightwing?
Moon Knight and Nightwing, correct.
Oh, I put Black Panther.
No, Nightwing. Nightwing.
Marvel.
So, Sorrel, how many did you get right there, mate?
One.
One. Good. Simon?
Just the two.
Just the two. Ephraim?
Yeah.
Three.
But, gentlemen, I am afraid to say, I'm pleased to say, Simon has won tonight's quiz. Congratulations, Simon. That means, Simon, you are invited back when we do the end of season overall quiz. So at the end of the season, yourself and Phil will join me for the big quiz, if you're up for it. All right?
I think you should do a pre-quiz where Simon and Phil face off to then get a seat on the panel for the show. That's what I reckon you should do. And then just eject one of them from the show.
Eject one unceremoniously. I wouldn't do that. That would be awful. James is clapping. Well done. Batman got 3. Good stuff, mate. Sorrel needs suspended for a week. Well done, Simon. Simon had your pants down, lads. Go, Simon, go. You see, lots of love for Simon. Right, chaps, let's do a few reviews and call the end to the night. So, a couple of comic book reviews, a couple of movie reviews. First off, we got the trailer for The Mandalorian and Grogu. Have you all seen this?
Yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Now
Talk about it. I don't mind spoilers.
Yeah.
Very quick, yeah.
I can tell. That's what she said. I can tell by Sorrel's little grin he loved this.
Yeah. I like the fact that he didn't give us an ounce of story, that we don't know what's going on. I love that. We don't need to know. It's Mandalorian and Grogu. They're going on adventures. That's all I need to know.
Round way, baby.
Yeah, that's all I needed. I just needed the silliness of the little baby doing things, and the bit where they're in the pipe at the end, and he's like, "Good baby, good." That's just brilliant. I want to see them on an adventure. That's it.
Yeah. What did you think, Simon?
Yeah, I loved it. Yeah. What's this creature everyone's saying on that they might turn into a toy that don't know. There was one like creature everyone's been going on about during.
Don't know. Not sure.
Oh.
Not sure.
It's Hasbro. They make toys out of every single thing.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to get shot down in flames here. I know Star Wars is for kids and stuff like that. And for me, Star Wars is always a double-edged sword. I love it when it's serious. I loved Andor. I loved elements of Mandalorian. When it gets like really muppety and silly, I kind of lose my way a bit with it. This trailer to me felt really stupid. And
I think that was the point, though. I don't think it was. This didn't give you an ounce of what the movie is going to officially be about. This is just a sizzle reel, a bit of fun. I think that there'll be an official story trailer very soon that'll probably be dark and edgy, and they've got the villain that's going to be in it, and Admiral Thrawn, and the rest of the crew from Rebels and things, because they're going to be in it. Or it's going to be a big amalgamation cast, isn't it? So I mean, this is just showing you one tiny section of a bit of a film. And it's probably, you've got to be honest, it's probably from the first 20 seconds of the movie, a bit of a, what have they been up to since we last saw them kind of moment. And it'll probably be over in 10 seconds.
Yeah. I guess for me, when Star Wars goes heavily into the puppetry and stuff like that, I get lost a little bit with it. And the trailer did nothing to alleviate that. I'll still see it. Do you know what I mean? But we'll see. The trailer was all about Zeb. Yeah, there was a lot of Zeb in it. Stephen feels like an odd trailer. If it was for TV series, great, but do we really need it to be a cinema? Yeah, it doesn't feel... the trailer didn't feel...
Do you not feel that if they'd have made this television series, all of you would be in the comments saying, shame this isn't a movie? I feel like they're damned if they do and damned if they don't at this point.
Not impressed by this at all. Literally just like an episode of the show. No style at all. Nice shot, baby. Baby Frick. Is that Babu Frick?
Babu Frick.
Yeah.
No, Phil, it's a movie, mate. It's a big Star Wars movie. Nice to see Star Wars on the big screen again. I'll give them that. Looks interesting. We'll see. Star Wars fans don't want fun. Hey, mind, I did enjoy the Skeleton Crew. I thought that was great fun. I did enjoy Skeleton Crew. Comic deal, I'm contractually obliged to remind everyone Star Wars is the greatest thing ever.
The creature I'm on about, Pete, is Shauri Amami, and it's one of the flat-headed reptilians that was in Jabba's palace.
Okay.
So you see one of those creatures. So
okay. The best thing to come out of Star Wars is the top sketch cards. Absolutely. 2026 is Star Wars in Mandalorian movies, season 2 of Ahsoka, and the first season of the Darth Maul cartoon. Seems like lots of good Star Wars stuff coming. Amani, the aqua looking creature, there you go.
Yeah.
when a series becomes a movie, we always get excited to see the epic budget movie, but this just feels like a series to me, nothing special. That's true. Because we've had 3 seasons on TV, that's what we expect. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I will still see it without doubt. But yeah. And then we've got some comic reviews, and I'm interested in the chat if people have read these. The Punisher, issue number 1. Any of you guys read Punisher number 1?
Yes, I read it. Yeah.
What did you think, Efren? What did you think of it, mate?
I don't remember much about it, so to me, it probably wasn't that memorable. So I have to say that. I usually remember a storyline. I remember reading it, but I just didn't really, grab me.
It's interesting that, because I've been chatting a little bit with Fuzzy. He messaged us about whether I'd read it or not. It was okay. It was a decent read. Doesn't really tell you anything about how he's back on Earth after the end of the last series. I do like there's a bit of a kind of a good reveal at the end about what's happened to the Punisher and why he's doing what he's doing, who he's working for. Quite like that.
Yes.
That was quite interesting.
Yeah.
But it did nothing to really blow us away, I have to say. It exactly as you've just said, Efren, it wasn't particularly memorable like some of the other stuff. I will definitely read on. It did enough to make us read on. I thought the art was nice, but it didn't feel like anything massively new. I did like the last page, the reveal. I thought, that's quite interesting. So yeah, let me know in the comments. Have you read it? See if anybody's read it. Terry, 31 watching and only 13's up. Good point, Terry. Hit that thumbs up, please, ladies and gents. Hit that thumbs up. Can we now call Simon the Authority? Yeah, I think that's right. Or the Oracle. Yeah, whatever. That's nice. The Punisher number 1 looks interesting. Yes, they're going to do that Red Band thing because they want to sell more comic books. And with violence, the Predator destroys the Marvel Universe, isn't it? I enjoyed it. Read it twice and enjoyed it much more the second time. Oh, it's good to hear, Fuzzy. I did get the Batman Deadpool. Don't know if I'm interested. I didn't get it, sorry. Yes, I agree, Kev. It's got the Manchurian Candidate feel to it. The last few pages really interesting, so that could be fun, I think. The end saved it for me. It was much better than the new Punisher last year. That is true as well. I wonder if they're just going to forget that character. I don't think he's been dispatched, but yeah. Said earlier, Batman Deadpool was very trite. Old Batman pedo jokes. Hope to see Batman's more grown up. Yeah. Touching that in a second, Terry. We've then got Predator kills the Marvel Universe. Any of you guys read that?
I've read it, yeah.
Really enjoyed the first issue of this. What did you think of this one, Efren?
I agree. I thought it was good. But it's a build-up as the other Predators versus Spider-Man, and because Killraven was in that specifically, and then the Black Panther one too. So it all leads up to this point where Killraven has basically joined the Predators, and they're going after the Marvel Universe. At the beginning, sorry, spoilers, they basically kill off Guardians of the Galaxy right away, and then they go off the Fantastic Four, and it just goes from there. I thought it was an entertaining read. I remember this one compared to the Punisher one.
Yeah, I quite like this. It's a straightforward, easy story. They dispatch a pretty significant number of X-Men in this issue. My only grumble with it was I'm trying to work out what the Predators are doing, because the Predators normally hunt for sport. This is just like an invasion story. Do you know what I mean? They're taking over the Earth, which doesn't feel like the hunt for sport and that kind of stuff.
They want to make it their planet, basically.
Yeah. It was interesting. I've forgotten the name, but they actually call the Predators. Do you know how we call the aliens the Xenomorphs? They call the Predators by their actual race name, which was interesting. I've never heard of that before.
They have a proper name. They've got an alien race name.
Yeah, I just couldn't remember. I've never heard it before, so it was interesting. I quite like that.
Yeah.
Pardon me.
Your teaser or something.
Something like that. Yeah.
Your teaser or something, isn't it?
And then we've got Deadpool, Batman. Who's read this one?
I have.
I've got it on my pull list. I've not read it yet because I was waiting to see what you guys sort of say about it.
I was disappointed by it. It was a run-of-the-mill story. It almost seems like they were forced to do it. It wasn't a memorable storyline, and hopefully the DC version of it will be better.
Does he annoy Batman? That's all I want to know.
Basically,
yeah.
I found the Batman Deadpool story pretty crap, if I'm being honest. It was, I think Terry's right, trite. The jokes in it were really kind of forced, and it just felt... But I came away from it thinking, if you're a Deadpool fan, you might have enjoyed that in Deadpool comic book format. It just wasn't for me. I don't think it worked particularly well. But a couple of the kind of the follow-on tales I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed the Daredevil and Green Arrow story. I thought that was pretty good. Trying to think which other ones there was. There was a couple of other ones which I thought actually were really good. Fuzzy, please don't shoot us. The Frank Miller Dark Knight Returns Old Man Logan. I didn't have a bloody clue what that was. It was just a mess on the pages. I don't understand it. I flicked through the Land Shark playing with crypto bit. It was fine. What was the story before that I really liked? Green Lantern. Was it Green Lantern swapping with someone? And he turns to Parallax. Green Lantern swapping with Rocket Raccoon. So Rocket Raccoon becomes a Green Lantern, and Hal Jordan goes to work with the Guardians and becomes Parallax. I quite liked that. I thought that was quite a good story. They gave Frank Miller one page shambles. One page was more than enough for me. It was awful.
I think it was. We expect some a crossover like this that hasn't happened in over 20 years. I'm sorry, but you have to hit something out of the ballpark, which they didn't do with this storyline.
Did it feel more like someone in an office went, we haven't done a crossover in 20 years, let's do one, and then all the writers were forced to think of an idea, rather than something coming naturally?
To an extent, but for me it felt like, how do I get to shift a shit ton of comics? Let's pick two popular characters. Kids love Deadpool, don't they? Let's stick him in, without really thinking about, do these characters work together? Is Batman a wisecracking kind of... It just doesn't... it just doesn't.
But if done right, it could have been funny if the jokes would have landed. If they would have made it maybe a little bit better, darker or something, it might have worked. Yeah.
It's not one I would rush out to get, which is a bit of a joke considering how much shelf space it's got at the moment. I think, was it you sent us the picture, Sorrel?
I see a picture. There was like thousands of covers all taking up the wall at the comic store.
Just horrendous. They give Frank Miller whole covers and see what he churns out of them. Maybe one page is sufficient for your eyeballs. Yeah, it wasn't the best. So yeah, disappointing. Peacemaker, guys. Peacemaker. Are you up to speed with Peacemaker?
Yes. I'm not watching it. Is it ended yet? Because I'm going to watch it all in one go. So
two more episodes.
Okay, and then I'll watch it all in one go. So.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. It has been pretty good, I have to say. The last episode was interesting. Eagly surprises. Was that expected? Did we really think Eagly had all these fancy powers and stuff?
Not at all. I'm still trying to figure out how they're going to end his storyline. Yeah. He's an eagle, but he has some mystic powers. That was Rooker, too, who was in Guardians of the Galaxy, the shaman guy.
Oh, I thought he was great. I thought he was absolutely great in it. So, interestingly, James Gunn has sent the episodes we've seen now to like the big bloggers and reviewers and things like that, but he hasn't sent them the last couple of episodes. And he was interviewed the other day, and he said that he's done that on purpose because he doesn't want anything getting out about the last few episodes. I think we're pretty certain that it's Earth X, which is the universe where the Nazis won. We've seen no people of colour in any episode on that version of Earth. And there's been some... It was poo-pooed, but there's been some images of Corn Sweat's black Superman suit. So in that comic book universe, Superman's like a Nazi, basically. So I think that's probably how the series is going to end, with a Geek Big battle. I think that'll be really, really impressive, really interesting. Fuzzy, they haven't allowed any press. Yeah, you're right, Fuzzy. It's great minds, Fuzzy. Great minds. The James Gunn video podcast for the show is great as well. Really excited for the Alien Earth will end. We'll see how that's... Can't wait to watch it tomorrow after I tape it. Yeah. So, really, really cool. Enjoying Peacemaker. But then we've got Alien Earth. I'm loving it. Absolutely
I love it. I think it's great. It's a different concept, and that's why I love it. So
yeah,
I want to know what the eyeball's going to do. I really do. So,
do you think we're getting a season 2? They're not going to end this, are they?
Oh,
no.
They're getting a season 2. I think they're more or less confirmed
100%.
at this point.
Yeah.
Are you all still watching it? Are you up to speed with it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Last final episode tomorrow night, isn't it? So.
Yeah.
I just can't wait to see for that kid genius guy. What's going to happen to him?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe the eyeball will attach to him.
That would be cool.
I think the entire planet will riot. You'll see nothing like the riots tomorrow if he survives. Do you know what I mean? If he's not dispatched tomorrow, people will storm your cap. You know, it'll be horrendous. Absolutely horrendous.
I think, because obviously there's going to be another xenomorph. Do you think there'll be a big battle with the trained xenomorph and that xenomorph? Maybe.
Say that again, Simon, sorry?
I think there's going to be a battle between the other xenomorph that's going to grow out of that blow that they've captured, and the trained one. So
maybe I read something online that was interesting. I hadn't really put two and two together. You guys probably have, but trying to work out why she's so connected to the xenomorph. And obviously there's been weird clicking and all the rest of it, but I keep forgetting that creature grew out of her brother's lung, didn't it?
Yeah.
So it's got his genetic coding and whatnot somehow interlaced with it. So I wonder if it's sticking with her because it sees her as part of its family kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
That's a good point.
Yeah. Interesting. I'm loving it. I think it's a pretty cool show. And then I completely missed this. Someone mentioned it on the Friday night horror show that Gen V was out.
3 episodes.
Totally missed it.
Don't know when they're out each week, but I don't know if it's tonight or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. No, Thursdays. I think Thursdays. So.
That's a good point, James. You're right. She doesn't have any genetic code. You're right. Didn't think of that because she's a robot, isn't she?
Oh, she's part human too, isn't she? She has her.
No, she's a cyborg. She's got her memories and stuff, but she doesn't have any.
Maybe that's enough.
Consciousness was transferred to the
flesh.
Robot.
Yeah. So Gen V. Any of you guys caught up with the season so far? I'm on 3 episodes in.
No, like you, I literally found out that it'd come out like yesterday, so I'm going to sit and binge watch it tomorrow.
I absolutely love it. I think I like this better than The Boys. Simon, if you've seen the first 3 episodes, what did you think, mate?
Oh, absolutely brilliant! And they make really nice homage to the guy that died from. So,
who's your favourite character so far in it? Everyone you've seen as well, yeah?
I've seen the first 2 episodes. I still like that. I don't know the character's name. The one who can control blood. Yeah. You know, and again, the principal. He's the bad guy. Can't wait for him to get his end. Something happened to him.
See, I'm loving him. The new head teacher, the new principal. I think is absolutely.
Yeah, but you know something's going to happen to him.
Oh yeah.
In my head, I'm confused with what happened last series. I think I might have to rewatch that because I'm confusing it between The Boys. Or does it? Thank God for that.
Yeah. It does a full recap at the start.
Is this the one that had the guy that saw everyone as puppets and shit? Is that?
Yes.
Right, okay.
And we'll get that in this season as well. There's a great bit with a tuna sandwich.
My favourite's the girl that grows and shrinks. But I think I think she looks fit.
She looked very fit when she grew in the room the other day. No, it's just well worth watching, guys. Really, really cool series. Do you know what? This and The Boys are top tier for me. Absolutely love it. Top tier. Superb. Couple more comics, guys. We've got Battle Beast still plugging away here. Easy read. It's not going to set your world on fire. Each issue is the same, basically. A bit of a battle. But I am enjoying it. I don't know how long it can sustain this without giving with something more complicated in terms of story. But overall, it's a good read. And then we've got Creep Show. Now, I read this, but so did Super Sorrel. What did you think of it, Sorrel?
That could have been a lot better, couldn't it? The fact that, for me, it's missing the middle part of the story. They do like a good build-up. They do a decent enough ending, but there's no build to it. It's just beginning, end, done.
Yeah.
I think if they make each issue one contained story, one contained short horror story, then they'd have the full book to play around with the full 20 pages. Yeah. Whereas each one was bang on 10 pages. I counted on my video. Yeah. Each story was bang on 10 pages each.
I mean, I like an anthology book, but I absolutely hear what you're saying. And the writing in this felt really old-fashioned. I'm trying to remember what the stories were. I remember liking the first story better than the second
one about the girl. So like the girl who basically wanted to bump off the old man.
Yeah,
the old man and steal all his money, but then he ends up like eating her or something and becoming her. And then he goes off and does it to someone else, kind of thing.
Yeah. That was okay.
Like
The second story, I cannot remember at all. What was that?
The thing, so what I love about it, the artwork in the first story was pretty good. It was really good artwork. But then the second one, the artwork was just abysmal.
What was it about, the second story?
So it was about a dude that needed to write a book, I believe. I think that was
that's right.
And he went to a cabin and he got told, don't go in the shed. And he went in the shed, obviously. Found out there was someone living in there wearing people's skin.
Yeah.
That was fun.
It felt very rushed, didn't it?
It
felt very
There was no
rushed.
build to that. It was don't look in the shed. Okay, I won't look in the shed. Later that night, I'm going in the shed.
Yeah. And I think it was that one in particular where the writing just felt naff to me.
Yeah.
Fuzzy's saying Creepshow has never impressed me. Every issue feels all right. They've run out of inspiration. So I picked this one up because I knew Sorrel had mentioned it a while ago. And first issue, I thought I'd give it a shot. I'll not read on, put it that way. But yeah, it didn't. The only thing I am excited for, there's a special coming out where they're retelling kind of famous comic book storylines in the Creepshow style. So I'll probably give that a go. And then Simon, Foundation. What's this?
Foundation is a series I've been watching on Apple TV. It's incredible. It's one of the best series I've watched in a long time. There's you've got 3 series. It's been renewed for a 4th series as well. It's that good, and it's based off a book. So a book from Isaac Asimov, who are very like as good as June book type thing.
Okay.
Know? And it's the old guy there is Harry Seldon. And he's a mathematician who basically uses new science to predict the future of the human society.
Okay.
And it's done. What I like about it is there's no multiverse or anything. It's done over like centuries and years, and it's just how things change. And you've got the rulers who are like the rulers that they're like the Galactic Empire, as big as the Galactic Empire, but they're really like cloned each time. But there's a young version, a middle version, and an old version that rule.
Right.
And yeah, it's really good, really good.
Kev's asking, do you know what book it's from?
It's Foundation. It's called Foundation.
The book's called Foundation. I have to say, this one's completely passed me by, Simon. I've never even heard of it.
Honestly, as a sci-fi goes, it's brilliant.
I know you like your sci-fi, Efren. Is this one that you've seen?
I heard of it. Actually, my niece talked to me about 2 weeks ago, and she really liked it. And she was explaining it to me also. So it's on my list to start watching. So I have heard about it, but I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Lots of people in the chat saying it's great. Claire, nice to see you, Claire. Claire saying Foundation is amazing. And Anton, Foundation is really, really good series. There's a surprising amount of good sci-fi on Apple TV.
So good, yeah. Invasion as well. That's on Apple TV. Yeah. So yeah.
I might have to try and check this one out. I don't think I've got Apple TV anymore. I think we're expired or something with Apple TV. But Slow Horses on Apple, isn't it? So I'll probably be getting it again. I'll have to check it out. Sounds good. Thank you, Simon. Good recommendation, mate.
Yep.
Okay, guys. Hashtag, just give us a second to set it up because I've accidentally deleted it. Hashtag TripleG. Right, hashtag TripleG in the chat, ladies and gents. Please do, whilst you're doing your hashtag, please do hit that like and subscribe button and the thumbs up on this video. Whilst you are sticking your hashtags in, chaps, what have we got coming up? Efren, what's happening over on your channel, bud?
Nothing. I'm usually just doing stuff with you now, Peter. So I've slowed down a lot, to be honest with you. So I may do videos every now and then, but nothing concrete. Peter and I, we still do our monthly advanced order books, and we're trying to get some artists to come on our channels too, which is hard to pin down. They're always busy. But yeah, I'm usually just hanging out with Peter, and whenever I feel like doing videos, I'll let you guys know in advance on Instagram.
Good stuff, mate. Good stuff. Simon, what's happening in your world? You mentioned you've got some League of Legends cards coming there. We're going to get some videos from you about it?
Yeah, I'm definitely interested to do an unboxing for that, and open some packs, because everyone likes pack opening, don't they? So that'd be quite cool to see what cards I pull for it. So, yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. And Sorrel, what have we got happening over on your channel, bud?
I'm going to be announcing it tomorrow, but people here, this is the first time they're going to hear it. So I'm going to be going to Dead Northern Film Festival in York this weekend, where I'm going to get to see Hell House LLC Lineage early, and also The Strangers Chapter 2. So I'm looking forward to seeing both of those. And I'm also going to be doing coverage for Grimfest in October in Manchester as well. So I'm starting to get onto the comic book, the movie circuits and do some movie reviews. So I'm excited. We'll see how it goes.
Good stuff. Lots of good stuff there. Just speaking of Strangers, I watched Strangers Chapter 2, not the one that's coming out at the cinemas. What's it called? Strangers?
It's like Prey of the Night or something.
Prey of the Night or something for me and James to do a review on. So we'll be chatting about that over on One Good Scare Show shortly. This Friday over on Rusty Staples on my channel at 8 o'clock. Nearly at 8 o'clock. We've got our Rusty Staples show. Tons of reviews this week, guys. We're going to be reviewing all those books we talked about earlier on. Escape number 2. All kinds of good stuff. And we're going to be talking in detail about Beasts of Burden, Animal Rights. This is a book that was recommended to her by good old Chris from Off My Shelves. I'd never heard of this book before. You guys heard of this one?
No.
It's an older book, I think from the 90s or something like that. But yeah, well, we'll find out what we thought about it on Friday. But it really did surprise us, I have to say. So yeah, be good fun to chat about that. Okie dokie, guys. We have got... Let me just share my screen.
Can I post something real quick, Peter?
Can you what?
Can I show a message real quick?
Yeah, just a second.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said yes.
Yeah.
Said James Comic Deals is going to be watching the NFL game in Dublin on Sunday. So I said, right on, man.
Is that sport?
That's sports, so I'm not going to talk about it anymore.
Hell, come on. Come on. Yeah. Good. I hope you enjoy it. So we have got 20 odd people in the giveaway. Best of luck, everybody. Let's see who's taking home some comic books tonight. And our winner tonight is Boom Arrowfire. Good stuff, mate. So Arrowfire, you have won 5 comic books. So chaps, I've got one magic box here. Hopefully we might get some Transformers comics for him. Ephraim, we'll start with you. Picking 5 books out. Where do you want us to go? Do you want us to
stop.
Okay, it's a nice one. Simon.
Go to the front, count 5.
Go to the front, count 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, shiny. Sorrel.
Stroke the kitty. Stop.
Oh, it's a nice one. Another one. And Ephraim.
Go to the very beginning and count 81. Oh, you kidding. Just pick that one.
How many is that? Is that the 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll pick one. We will go with that one. Okay, right. So, Arrowfire, you have won. That's a nice shiny. Don't know where that's from. You have... Oh, hang on. I'll make myself big. Boom. You have won The Boys.
Oh, nice.
That's a foil cover of Homelander. Don't know what series that's from. There's The
Nice.
Boys. Number 2. Must be a reprint. But a foil Homelander cover. You've got a very nice reprint. Must say reprint. Alex Ross homage to Fantastic Four issue number 1.
Nice.
Love a bit of Alex Ross, and that's
Yeah.
a beautiful homage cover. I do like that one. That is very nice. Like that. You have got San Diego Comic Con exclusive foil Green Arrow book. So again, more shiny foil goodness. You've got another homage variant cover to Champions issue number 1. Some first appearances in that. It's a nice one. And I think this is the second copy I've given away of this in a couple of weeks. This is a key. This is Inhumans issue number 5, which is the first appearance of, any of you guys know?
Is another Inhuman?
Black Widow. It's the Helena from...
Yelena Belova.
Yeah, Yelena. So yeah, first appearance of her. So that's quite a nice book to get. There we go. So let us know in Instagram, RFIR, drop us your address in Instagram, bud, and we'll get those books off to you straight away. Congratulations. Chaps, thank you so much for joining tonight. Simon, it's been an absolute pleasure having you here, bud. Thank you so much for joining. Always nice to see you. And we'll see you back when we do our big quiz finale, which I'd love to see you beat James at. That would be great fun. Please do join us on Friday night, everybody, at 8 o'clock with my pal Andy from Perpetual Comics, where we're going to be doing Rusty Staples, loads of comic book reviews with team picks for the letter E. And Market Watch, key collectors, all that kind of good stuff. So please do check that out. But for now, chaps, thank you very much, and we will catch you all next time. Bye-bye. Bye.
The curtains close. It's time to go. We really hope you enjoyed the show. Check out my channel for more geeky fun and hit like, subscribe before you run. All that remains is our thanks to you from Triple G and his YouTube crew. We really do hope you come on back, but for now, that's your whack. Yeah, that's your whack.